I don't even know how to react to this, but we have positive crypto news for the second day in a row, and I mean, at least for now. Let's look at the facts. The UK has officially announced that stablecoins will be integrated into the national payment system, not somewhere in the distant future, but actually right now. The British Ministry of Finance is preparing a bill that will combine a regulation of traditional payments and digital assets. And the British are not alone. The consortium of 12 European banks led by Kivalis has announced the launch of Euro-Stablecoin. They all want to take piece of a dollar's pie because 99% of the stablecoin market today is dollar coins, and Europe has decided enough is enough. And there's, of course, a fly in the ointment. While banks are reshaping the financial world, Justin Sun has sued the Trump's family project. Hackers broke into Volo protocol and stole $3.5 million this time, and Kalshi and Polymarket are launching perpetual futures with leverage. In general, we have a lot to discuss. Please like and subscribe, and let's get started. First things first, the main thing. The British Ministry of Finance has presented a strategy for the reform of the payment sector. The authorities plan to combine the regulations of traditional services, stablecoins, and tokenized deposits into a single legal framework. Control over the issue and use of stablecoins will be transferred to the Financial Supervision Authority, or FCA. Finance Minister Lucy Rigby said, "We see the transformational potential of digital assets in changing the interaction between businesses and consumers, and the reform will also affect the regulation of payments made by AI agents and the expansion of the FCA's powers in the field of open banking in the development of tokenized wholesale market. And £1 million will be allocated to support the sector, and the former interim head of the FCA will oversee the development of tokenized system." Anthony Yan, a representative of CoinCover, noted the focus of stablecoins meets the needs of institutional investors, but mass adoption requires not only a regulatory framework, but also a reliable asset storage infrastructure. And Britain is not alone. A consortium of 12 European banks led by Kivalis has chosen the Fireblocks platform to launch a euro-pegged stablecoin. And who's in the game? BBVA, BNP Paribas, ING, UniCredit, and other large financial organizations, and Fireblocks will provide tokenization technology, wallets, and compliance tools. The new coin is aimed at institutional clients, and it will be used for calculations, money management, and work with tokenized assets, fully reserved under the supervision of Central Bank of the Netherlands. The launch is in the second half of 2026, and the initiative is aimed at reducing the dominance of dollar-dominated stablecoins. The segment's capitalization exceeds $320 billion, and 99% of the supply is dollar coins. So Europe wants to change this balance, you know? Stephen Richardson, director of strategy at Fireblocks, said the project will become a regulated tool for European companies that will replace a less reliable counterparts. And by the way, if you're looking for a reliable regulated exchange, I recommend OKX. OKX is the most transparent and convenient crypto exchange in my opinion, so if you want to buy and trade cryptocurrencies and also support my channel, there is a link with welcome bonuses in the description box down below. And now the drama that unfolds in real time. Justin Sun has filed a lawsuit in the Federal Court of California against the World Liberty Financial Cryptocurrency Project associated with the family of the US President Donald Trump. Reason: the WLF team blocked his tokens and threatens to burn them. Sun stated, "I have tried in good faith to resolve the situation with the World Liberty Project team without resorting to litigation, and they have left me with no choice but to turn to the courts." He also pointed out that 76% of the votes in the project are controlled by only 10 wallets, and the new management proposal dated April 15th involves a 2-year asset lock for early investors and the burning of 10% of advisors' tokens. Those who don't accept the new conditions will be indefinitely frozen. The World Liberty Financial team called accusations unfounded. "We have the contracts, we have the evidence, we have the truth. they replied on X. Despite the litigation, Sun stressed that he still supports Trump's policies. In his opinion, the actions of individual WLF employees contradict the values of the elected president of the United States. And let me remind you that in November of 2024, Sun bought 2 billion WLFI tokens worth $30 million, becoming the largest investor in the project, and now he's suing Trump's team for his money. And this is actually not the first lawsuit against the company, because in May of 2025, investor Jonathan Lopez filed a lawsuit against head of data and strategy alleging fraud. The Trump family's project, which promised decentralization, is drowning in lawsuits, and in my opinion, it is kind of ironic. Tell me, what do you think? While some are suing, others preparing for the future. Ripple has unveiled the plan to protect the XRP ledger from the quantum threat. And this is not just a press release, but a full-fledged roadmap for migration to post-quantum cryptography. Quantum computers are actually no longer a theory. Google, IBM, and other companies are taking steps to create machines capable of breaking current encryption algorithms. And Ripple has decided not to wait for this to happen. The plan includes several stages: research of post-quantum algorithms, their testing on the network, and gradual migration. Ripple wants to make the XRP ledger one of the first blockchains ready for quantum era. While other projects are only discussing the problem, Ripple is already reacting. The attacks on DeFi do not stop. The Volo liquid staking protocol on the Sui blockchain has been hacked, and the attackers withdrew about $3.5 million from the project's pools, and the attack affected the repositories of WBTC, XOM, and USDC. The remaining pools with assets of $28 million were not affected, and developers have frozen vulnerable smart contracts. Together with the Sui Foundation, they managed to block some of the stolen funds. 19.6 WBTC was intercepted, which the hacker tried to withdraw via cross-chain bridge, and about $500,000 more have been frozen. Volo plans to cover the remaining losses using its own reserves, and the team is conducting an investigation. This is the fourth major hack in recent weeks: Drift, Kelp, Hyperbridge, and now Volo. North Korea, individuals, groups, everyone just wants a piece of crypto pie, and DeFi continues to be the wild, wild west. And the last news is for traders. Prediction platforms Kalshi and Polymarket have announced the launch of perpetual futures on cryptocurrencies. The new tools will give users the opportunity to trade with leverage. Kalshi will introduce the product in the coming weeks. First contracts for Bitcoin and other digital assets, followed by expansion to commodities. The platform will accept US dollar as collateral and will introduce stablecoins in the second quarter. Polymarket has confirmed the launch of a similar service, and they opened the waiting list already, and the tool will appear on the international version of the exchange, which operates outside of American jurisdiction. Perpetual futures are a huge market. They have no expiration date and are popular in the crypto industry, obviously. Ernst & Analysis have estimated that by 2030, the total turnover of prediction markets could reach $1 trillion. Imagine that. Now, futures with leverage will be added to this, and the volatility promises to be frenzied. The world is changing, and it's changing really freaking fast. But that's it for today. Link to OKX is in the description box down below. Subscribe, click on that notification bell, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.